Hey, today we're talking about mean, median, and mode. You should have done this quite a bit prior to 7th grade, but we still need to cover it again. So our first vocab word is going to be mean. Mean is the sum of the data divided by the number of items in the set. It's also called the average. So what you'll do is you'll just take each number they give you, add it together, and then divide by the number of numbers there are. Median is the number that is in the middle when you first organize it from least to greatest. Sometimes you'll have an even number of data points, in which point you will find the two that are in the middle, add them together, and divide by 2. So you'll find the mean or the average of those two middle numbers. So we'll see an example like that. A way to remember median is when you're driving in the road, sometimes there's something called a median in the middle of the road where it's like a cement block that you don't want to go over because it's separating the two sides of the road. So that's the median, it's the middle. Mode is the number that you see the most. So it's whatever occurs most often. The first two examples we're going to look at ask us to find the mean, median, and mode, so all three. So example 1 says the points scored in each game by Cascade Middle School's football team are 21, 35, 14, 17, 28, 14, 7, 21, and 14. Find the mean, median, and mode. When you do this, the first thing you want to do is to put all the numbers in order from least to greatest. When I do that, I start with my lowest and I cross it off. So after I write a number, I cross them off. So I have 3 14, so 14, 14, 14. Cross them off. The next number on my list is 17. Then I have two 21s. And then I have 28 and 35. So the reason why I cross them off is to keep track of what numbers I've used so I don't accidentally reuse them or so I don't skip any. So over here I'm going to write mean, median, and mode. So this is where I'm going to put my answers just to keep it organized. Median and mode are usually the easiest ones to find, so let's do that first. So when we go in from left to right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left, 4 on the right. 17 is directly in the middle, so that's my median. Mode, the one that happens most often, we have 14 3 times, so that's my mode. And then the mean, you're going to add up all the numbers, so 7 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus 17 plus 21 plus 21 plus 28 plus 35. And then we're going to divide by the number of numbers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So divide by 9. So all of this, that sum is going to be 171. Then divide it by 9, we're going to get 19. So our mean, the average number, is 19. This is used pretty often. I know that I use it to find the average score on tests and quizzes to see what we need to work on. But PowerSchool automatically does it for me. But if it wouldn't have, I would have had to have gone through all this work. Number 2, we have the weights in pounds for several dogs at a dog school are 15, 45, 26, 55, 73, and 15. Find the mean, median, and mode. So first put it in order from least to greatest. We have two 15s. We have a 26, a 45, a 55, and a 73. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to put my mean, median, and mode off to the side. Here, mode, we see 15 most often, so my mode is 15. Median, it comes right into the middle. So whenever there's an even number, here we have 6 data points, so even number, we take the two middle points, 26 and 45, and divide it by 2. So 26 plus 45 is 71, divided by 2 is 35.5. So that's my mean. I'm sorry, median. My mean, going to add up all the numbers, so 15 plus 26 plus 45 plus 55 plus 73. Divide it all by 6. And we're going to get a repeating decimal here. It's 38.16 repeating, so just put a line over the 6. So 38.16 repeating. Those would be our answers. Oops. Okay. The next example requires a lot of work. It's not hard, but just a lot to do. Here we have the number of library books that are returned at Cascade Middle School each day. And we want to figure out which measure is most affected by Thursday's return books. So we want to see if our mean changed a lot, our median changed a lot, or our mode changed a lot. So first we're going to look at our data with Thursday. So with Thursday we have the mean would be 35 plus 23 plus 18 plus 5 plus 29. There are 5 days, so divide by 5. And we're going to get 22. The median, we need to put it in order from least to greatest, so I'm just going to put that up here. We got 5, 18, 23, 29, and 35. So here my median is 23. And my mode, there is no mode. Nothing appears more than anything else, so no, none. Now in blue, I'm going to take Thursday out to see what difference it makes without Thursday. Now I picked Thursday because it said which is most affected by Thursday's return book, so we look at Thursday specifically. So the mean will now be 18 plus 23 plus 29 plus 35, and now we're going to divide by 4. I only have 4 numbers. We're going to get 26.25. Okay, so there was slight change there, went up. The median is going to change because now I don't have an exact middle number. So I need to take the average of the two middle numbers, 23 plus 29 divided by 2. We get 26. And then the mode, there is still no mode. So in black, I'm going to compare them. So the mean, I was at 22, I went up to 26.25, so I went up 4.25. I put a plus since I went up. If I went down, I would put minus. The median was 23, went up to 26, so it went up 3. And then the mode, there was no change. So the measure that was most affected by Thursday was the mean, because it went up 1.25 more than what the median did. So you just want to find which one had the most change. Now on the next page we have this table that I made for you that tells you when each measure is most useful. Mean will be if there are no extreme values, so no really small numbers and no really big numbers compared to the rest of your data. The median, the data does have extreme values, so it's okay if you have small or large numbers. And there's no big gaps in the middle of the data, so there's no, like, maybe you have like 2, 3, 4, and then maybe jump to 26, 28. That's a big gap in the middle. Mode is most useful when you have a lot of the same number. So this example says that our data shows the number of miles at Autumn ran for the past 6 days. We have 4, 5, 4, 4, 6, and 4. We will know which measure of central tendency best represents the data. So when we look at it, there are no extreme values. So all of our numbers are pretty close together. It ranges from 4, 5, and 6. So far, it is not the median. So it could be the mean or the mode because there are no extreme values. But it looks like mode might be the most useful because it does have, oops, it has many identical numbers. So we see 4 times. So if you see that there's a lot going on with mode, then mode is going to be the one that best represents the data. Okay, so if we didn't have many numbers that repeated, then we could say it was the mean was most useful because there were no extreme values. And so that's it. We'll talk more about it in class on Thursday. But again, it should kind of be review. Bye.